live on YouTube. It's OEHL Hockey from the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's OEHL North Division matchup between the 9-4-2 Saugeen Shores Winterhawks and the 11-2 first place Ripley Wolves. Saugeen Shores looking to get a win on home ice. It's live OEHL Hockey from Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Alright everybody, welcome in to the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada for this evening's North Division OEHL contest between the first place Ripley Wolves in their 11-2 record and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks at 9-4-2. I'm Andrew Rodgers, your play-by-play commentator this evening. Great to be with you, and thank you very much for streaming or coming and joining the live broadcast here at the Real Raji 21 live on YouTube OEHL action. Again, this is a tremendous matchup that's gone with senior hockey. It's been going for quite some time between these two teams. They've played in a lot of big stakes games and really tough matchups, and you know it's a what I would call a senior hockey rivalry between the Ripley Wolves and Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, and a lot of Kincardine Bulldogs associations, as I learned 2 weeks ago, talking to Jordan Bizel's dad and finding that out that there was quite a few in the upper echelon of 20 plus between the two rosters that have one time or another played for the Kincardine Bulldogs Junior C team. So just phenomenal stuff, a lot of familiarity, and should make for a great contest here tonight. The rosters are quite different, and we'll get into all the changes and up to speed on who will be suiting up in this contest here tonight. But before we do that, we'll get to our graphics here and get you caught up on what's happening in tonight in the OEHL. There are two games, including ours. So elsewhere in the south, Tillsonburg traveling to Tavistock to take on the Tavistock Royals. It gets underway in about 10 minutes or so from the Tavistock and District Recreation Center. Tillsonburg 5-10, Tavistock 7-6, and looking to put a win in the win column for both teams in this matchup. Elsewhere, like I say, tonight, Ripley Wolves and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks from the Plex here, in Port Elgin. 8:30 is the puck drop. The South Division standings, boy, Seaforth, just an absolute wagon. They are having an unreal season. Alex Hutchison, their starting goalie, is 8-0 and just continues to pile up the wins in every start he's made. A perfect 8-0, just unreal. Aaron Outlaws 2 games in hand on Seaforth, and they're trail Seaforth by 5 points. They're 10-3. Petrolia 9-5. They're in third. Elora and Dunville tied for fourth with 16 points. You have Tavistock solely in sixth at 14, and Tillsonburg and Milverton tied at 10, while Delhi has 0. In the north, we'll give you the playoff ramifications here, or the ramifications for the standings after this game anyway. You have the Ripley Wolves in first place, 1 point better than the Elmvale Harvesters. Ripley at 22, Elmvale at 21. You have Saugeen Shores solely in third at 20, 2 points better than Durham, but Durham has 4 games in hand on Saugeen Shores and Elmvale for that matter. They played 11 times there, 9-2, 18 points solely in fourth. In fifth, Georgian Bay 7-7. They have 14 points. Minto 81s 11 games played, 13 points on the board. Plenty of games to make up as they have plenty in hand. Shelburne 8 points, Lucknow 7, Creemore 4. For the rosters for this evening, there are some changes, and we are going to start with the Ripley Wolves. We'll go through their roster first, and then we will go to the home Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. So, for the Ripley side of things, not playing, not dressed for the goaltenders. Number 1, Ryan Wheeler. Number 38, Garrett Gawley. The backup tonight is call-up Rowan Charette, who will wear number 1. The starting goaltender is number 31, longtime Ripley Wolf, Jason Hamilton. He is 6-1 on the season. Not playing in the game here tonight. Number 4, Wilson Ship. Number 5, Kyle Durer. Number 12, Mike Howes. Number 16, Garrett Mears. Number 21, Tyler McCarthy. Number 23, Christian Monachino. Number 44, Pat Luby. Number 55, Hayden Allen. Number 78, Taylor Wolcott. And add to the list, former Ripley Wolf and ex-Creemore Coyote, J.D. Faulkner, who makes his re-debut or return to the Ripley Wolves lineup. Number 13 he will wear tonight for the Ripley Wolves. That's J.D. Faulkner, formerly of the Creemore Coyotes, and also prior to that, formerly of the Ripley Wolves. So he's back in the Wolves lineup and ready to make waves here tonight. Over on the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks side of things, the scratches here for the goaltenders. Scratch number 29, Ty Jackman. The backup is number 1, Clayton Fritsch. He will get the start tomorrow when Saugeen Shores travels to Durham. Starting tonight is number 33, Eric Paycheff. He is 3-0-1 on the season. Gets a tall order against the Ripley Wolves here tonight. The league's number 1 team. No big deal. Not playing, not dressed for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. We'll start with number 8, Justin Donnelly. Not sure if he'll be back in time for playoffs, sustained an injury. We'll see. Week to week, I would say, at this point, if I had to give my expertise on the timeline. Not playing, number 15, Wyatt McNabb. Number 16, Andy Mitchell. Same thing as Justin Donnelly. Week to week, not sure of his status for playoffs as of right this exact moment. Not playing, number 23, Cam Lightfoot. Number 25, Matt Smallman. Number 26, Rob Flick. Number 28, Curtis Johnston. Number 42, Theo Peckham. Number 63, Trevor Donaldson. And number 77, Jasper Akawenzi. Also not playing, number 89, Luke Pither. Changes in jersey numbers. Clayton Fitzsimmons, instead of 66, wears 86 tonight. And Ethan Froats is wearing number 97 instead of 25. And yeah, that updates our rosters. So those are our lineups for tonight's contest between the Ripley Wolves and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks here from the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Andrew Rodgers with you at the Real Raji 21. Great to have you here. Great to have you watching the game, and definitely do appreciate that. Not 100% sure what the score is between Finland and the USA at the World Juniors. Canada plays Slovakia. Also, it's an 8:30 start. So, again, we'll keep you updated, but if you could, split screen us. That'd be great. No pressure, though. Anyways, we'll keep you up to date as we go along on the other happenings and the other game in the OEHL in the South Division between the Tillsonburg Thunder and the Tavistock Royals. Andrew Rodgers on the call with you. We'll be back for Anthem and Puck Drop in a little while. Stick around. After that lovely rendition of O Canada, we are ready for hockey here at the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you. Great to be here, and we're ready for hockey. Ripley Wolves in town. They're the number 1 team in the North Division, 11-2. Starting in goal for the Ripley Wolves, number 31, Jason Hamilton. His record is 6-1-0. Starting in goal for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks is number 33, Eric Paychef. He is 3-0-1 on the season. That's a big matchup here is in terms of for the Winterhawks. I mean, especially at this point, they've lost a few here and had the first place locked down for quite some time, but that has since vanished. Elmvale first took them over, and then it was Ripley with their games in hand that have made the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks slide all the way to third. You have Elmvale in second, Ripley in first currently, but a lot can happen over the next 4 weeks as the season is tentatively scheduled to end sometime around the 31st of January, if not the 1st. And could be a lot of fun, a lot of movement in the North Division between now and then. Should be a lot of fun. Andrew Rodgers with you. Ripley in the away whites, Saugeen Shores in the navy blue homes, and we are underway here at the Plex. Ripley will start with it, and they'll dump it out of play early on. Quick whistle there. 6 seconds in. And face-off will take place just outside the Ripley blue line. There's a couple key members of both teams missing in action here tonight. Garrett Mears out of the lineup, the Ripley captain, not in action tonight. And the second leading scorer for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, Justin Donnelly, he is out of the Winterhawks lineup for this contest here tonight. Here's Todd Hellier with it. He'll play it ahead to Mike Fegan. Fegan's going to dump it into the Ripley zone, and they'll go in after it. Ripley back to get it. They'll send it around. Mike Johnstone plays it in deep. It's going to be picked up, though, by Derek Skinner. Derek Skinner and Ethan Skinner out there. Ethan, number 9, the forward. Derek, the defense, number 14. Saugeen Shores turns his puck over, and dumped at the line there was Andy Fraz. Saugeen Shores take control of the puck, and they'll play it back in their own end. This is number 12, Josh Erbshot. He'll play it ahead, looking for McDermott. Couldn't get it there. And Alcombrack, number 90, sends it in for Ripley. Paychef playing it all the way around. It hit a helmet and is knocked down by Saugeen Shores, and they're going to get this puck out. Here's McDermott. He comes in across the Ripley line. He'll go to the outside. No shot. Puts it down low for number 97. Wearing number 97 tonight is Ethan Froutz. Or Froutz. I'm going to do that again? Great. Oh, well. You'd think I'd call enough of these games to know their people's last names. Sadisek sends it in. Satosik sends it in. It's just wide. Back to the line to Alcombrack. He'll fire through traffic. Good save by Paychef. Battle for it down low. It's going to be picked up by Ripley. Wolves have it in the Saugeen Shores zone, but it's going to be picked up by Andy Fraz. He'll backhand it into the middle. Frost sends it in. He'll go to the bench for a change. Hamilton to leave it there. We're 2 minutes into period 1. Here at the Plex in Port Elgin. 1 of 2 in the OEHL tonight. Elsewhere, Tilsonburg is in Tavistock to take on the Royals. Here's a shot that bounds into the corner. Big body check there. Couple of 19s come together. That's Carter Cervais and Nick Quaid. Keegan Angel tips that in, but from his side of center. It's going to be an icing call against Saugeen Shores. Face-off will come back into the Winterhawks zone. Nick Quaid off the one face-off is going to back it up to Justin Marlowe. He plays it ahead. And it's going to be picked off, though, by Ripley. They'll send it back into the Saugeen Shores zone. This one's going to bound to Quaid. Quaid's going to play it across. They pass it back and forth in the zone, and it's going to come ahead. Freiberger had to go away from him as Keegan Angel picks it up. He's going to skate it in across the Ripley blue line, but this one's going to be sent all the way back into the Winterhawks zone. Okay. Quaid's got it for Saugeen Shores, and he's going to send it ahead. Angel tips it in. He'll go to the bench for a change. Here's Ripley now trying to get a puck out of the zone, and they do. Rob White's going to come back. He's with Todd Hellier. No icing call as it comes to McKegg. He plays it across. This will be played to the Saugeen Shores blue line there. No offside as it's played back, and Dawson Ferris sends it across. Here comes Ripley up the ice with numbers. Here's a centering pass, shot wide on the glove side. Ferris sends it in low for Ripley. Backhand into the middle is going to be deflected away by James McKegg, and it's all the way into the Ripley zone. Approaching the 4-minute mark of period 1, still scoreless. This will be given away to Johnstone. Good save, Hamilton. Send it in the middle, Fegan, shot save. Couple big chances on Jason Hamilton, who makes a couple nice saves for Ripley. This one's back, and McLean plays it across to Hellier. Hellier for Saugeen Shores throws it back across. McLean couldn't touch it. Now it's Ripley going to dump it into the Saugeen Shores zone and go in after it. Chad Jones with it now for Saugeen Shores. He'll play it ahead to Johnstone. Johnstone to Fegan. Fegan in across the line. Tried to make a move and does. Nifty on the backhand centering. McLean couldn't get it up and over Hamilton. Herbshot keeps it in. Fegan in the corner leaves for McLean. McLean on the backhand. Has a man at the line. Herbshot plays it across to Jones. Jones shoots off a body in front. Doesn't reach the net. And Ripley will start this puck out. In across the line they come. Alkenbrack to the middle, and Paychef is going to hold on. Face-off coming up here in the Saugeen Shores end. This one is going to be to the left of Paychef. 15-11 to go here in period 1. Shot off the draw, good save by Paychef, and he hangs on. That off the stick of number 11, Dan Nikolov. Fraz on the face-off for Saugeen Shores, wins it into the corner for Chad Jones. Jones, number 44 for Saugeen Shores, gives to Fraz. Fraz turns, plays it ahead. And it's all the way out now, and here they come across the line. Into the zone. McDermott on the backhand, couldn't put it toward the net, and Ripley turns the other way. It was fanned on, and Moulton kind of ran into his man. He gets dumped down, and we're going to get a penalty on Chad Jones for interference on Jordan Moulton. And the interference call goes against Jones, and it's going to put Ripley, the number 1 seed in the North, with an 11-2 record on the power play. Here in the first, 14:45 to go. Jones serves 2 or less here, and Ripley gets the first man advantage of the hockey game. This one's back to the line. Cody Britton now at the line. Puts it down low. No shot yet. Britton again at the line has it. He'll walk to the middle. Shoot! Save Paychef as he puts it into the corner. Ripley working it around on this power play. It's Britton again. Puts it across. Here's a chance. Save Paychef, and he hangs on. That off the stick of number 19, Carter Surveys. If this was last year, I'd say the Leafs just scored. Darryl Hall and John Oates. This was the Leafs goal song for like 3 years in a row.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. I mean, I like them, but according to them, they didn't like each other. So I spout true facts. At least I try and keep them true. This one's going to be played to the line, kept in by Ripley. Skinner to the middle. No shot yet by Ripley. As J.D. Faulkner is on this power play unit for Ripley. Back to Moulton at the line. No shot. Plays it across to Britton. Britton shoots. Deflected away and into the corner. Faulkner plays it down low. Looking right at home in that old Ripley Wolves jersey. Wearing number 13. Not 100% sure of the jersey number he wore when he played here last. I knew he was wearing number 5, though, in Creemore. Cross scores! Backdoor pass! And Ripley is on the board first. This is Jordan Moulton with the goal. Former Concordan Bulldog. Makes it 1-0 for the Ripley Wolves. And it's a power play goal. kind of lost in transition was Jordan Moulton as he went in behind the net and to the far side, and he got that pass and made no mistake. And it's a 1-0 lead for Ripley with 13:32 to go here in period 1. And for Jordan Moulton, that's goal number 4 on the season. Winterhawks have it back in their own end, and they'll play it ahead. This will be tipped in by Johnstone. Saugeen Shores going in after it. Fegan couldn't come up with it, though, and it's back to the line of Erbshot. Erbshot there. Plays it. Oh, he had Johnstone. He was wide open, but it tipped off the end of his stick. Big body check on Johnstone. As they fight for it down low, Fegan has it in the corner. Centering the McLean. Shot saved by Hamilton. Johnstone in the corner had it stripped away, and Derek Skinner throws it to the line. Jones plays it in deep. Johnstone with it again. Centering past to Fegan. Puts it across the Erbshot. Shoots. Save Hamilton. No rebound. Good save there from the Ripley tender. Ripley Wolves lead it here in Saugeen Shores at the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. It's a 1-0 lead courtesy of Jordan Moulton with the power play goal. This will be played ahead nicely, and here they come again. Ripley in across the line. Satosik to the backhand. Tries to play it in front. That one took a weird hop, but Paychef kept it out. Ripley again with some pressure here. They just keep skating. One of the Rob White went down, kind of awkwardly there, but he got back up. And now it's Todd Hellier with it in behind his own net. He'll play it into the middle to Fraz. Fraz up ahead, and it's going to be played away and given away by Froats. And now it's ahead, and in comes Satosik. He'll leave, and it'll be played across by Jared Calling, but it was intercepted by Saugeen Shores. Now they're going to get this puck out, and Hellier puts it across to McDermott. McDermott shoots. It was blocked in front before it reached Hamilton. This will be played in by Ripley, and they're going to get a change. Rob White with the puck. He'll settle things down in behind his own net. 11:50 to go here in the first. Ripley leads 1-0. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you here at the Plex in Port Elgin. It'll be played ahead. Ripley's going to turn this puck over and play it in. Hogarth send it all the way into the Saugeen Shores zone. So we played around and going to come out of the zone. Saugeen Shores has time to get this puck out, and they're going to play it across. Logan Freiberger almost put it into his teammates' skates for too many men there. Hogarth fanned on that, and it was given away, and here comes Saugeen Shores the other way. Freiberger's going to shoot it in. He'll go in after it. That's Marlowe out there, number 6. Here comes Ripley up the ice. Big check there along the boards, and Nick Quaid's got it for the Winterhawks. He'll play it around, and it'll come to the line and out. Now it's Freiberger. He's at the end of his shift. He'll dump it in and go to the bench. It'll be played ahead by Ripley, and it's in the neutral zone. Spencer Sutter trying to get it for Saugeen Shores, and does. He'll play it across to James McKegg. Number 14 goes wide. He had a chance, but he couldn't pull the trigger on it. It'll be played up the boards. Ripley going to try and get this puck out, and they do. But Quaid is going to send it right back in the zone. Ripley now going to play this out to Faulkner. Faulkner, number 13, plays it in. He had it stripped away, though, and it's out of the zone. Ripley now plays it into the neutral zone. And picking that up is Erbshot. He'll fire it in. Nearing the halfway point of period 1. Moulton with the goal for Ripley, giving them a 1-0 lead. Here's Faulkner on the boards. Plays it in. He's going to peel to the bench for a change. It's up the boards. It's kept in by Fair. His shot wide. And now it's going to be Fegan playing it around. Ripley trying to get in the way of that, and they do. Britton. Centering pass. Oh, he had a man. It was right there. Just went wide. Johnstone at the line trying to get it out. Can't. It's kept in deep by Ripley. Back to line. Played across. Dawson Fair. Loads. Just missed. Blocker and side. Good blast. And here's Fegan the other way at center. He comes into the Ripley zone. Goes wide. Has a man going to the net. That's Johnstone. Keeps. Centers. Shot saved. Hamilton. Josh Erbshot was given a gift. Walked down Broadway and put it off the blocker of Hamilton. It's sent in. And this will be Ripley coming up with the puck in their own end. Pressure by Johnstone. Can't get there. It's into the middle. Intercepted by McLean. Shot there. That went off the glove of Derek Skinner and almost past Hamilton. They battle for it in the corner. This is going to come loose, and Erbschot's got it. Plays it in, but Ripley's going to intercept and throw it out. Now it's back to get it as Jones, and it's going to be an icing call against the Wolves. .8:54 to go here in period number 1. Jordan Moulton with the goal, number 27 of Ripley, his 4th of the season. Okay. Where did I see it? There we go, 4th of the season to give Ripley a 1-0 lead. Excuse me. This one's brought out by Ripley, and they're going to skate this down and into the zone. Kind of a collision there, and Saugeen Shores going to grab the puck. McDermott plays it in, and Saugeen Shores going to go after it. Hellier up there off his defensive position, but he can't get after it, and Froats has it now for the Winterhawks. He'll play it to Fraz. Fraz is going to go into the corner after it against Alkenbrack. Centers, but it's off the side of the net. Saugeen Shores still with it. Tim behind the net for McDermott. Can't center. McDermott! Oh, he had a chance. Tried to go to the backhand. It was stripped away last second. And it's an icing call against Ripley here. And that'll be whistled down. We can tell you it's 1-0 Tavistock early on in the first. They're at home tonight against the Tillsonburg Thunder. Goal scored by number 14, Drew Girth. Assisted by number 93, Mitch Atkins. Starting goaltenders in that one for Tavistock, Joseph Clark. And for Tillsonburg, number 31, Ben Blacker. This will be played ahead, and it's going to be at the line, and Saugeen Shores has control. This is Todd Hellier with it. Hey. Hellier plays it across the white. He'll throw it ahead, and it'll be tipped into the Ripley zone. This one's going to come wide of Hamilton, but he's out there to play it away. Saugeen Shores trying to get control of it. Can't. Ripley plays it into the neutral zone. Now it's going to be played back to McLean. Crosses the blue line. Shot. That hurt. That went off a skate. And here comes Ripley the other way. Into the middle they come. It's batted into the corner. Centered there and doesn't reach Paychef, but it's kept in by Ripley. Dan Nikolov had it go by him, and Nick Quaid's going to pick it up with room. He'll skate it out, past center, dump it into the Ripley zone, go in there after it. Quaid all alone up there, and the rest of the Winterhawks were changing. This one played ahead to Ethan Skinner. He'll play it across, trying to hit Caden Hogarth, but he couldn't. Now Hogarth steals! It's in! Caden Hogarth centered that puck, and it just squeezed through the pads of Eric Paychef. And just like that, it's 2-0 for the Ripley Wolves. And that's 25. Keaton McLaughlin with the goal. That's his 2nd of the season. With 6:58 to go here in period number 1. And the Ripley Wolves now lead it 2-0. This will be won back by the Winterhawks. They're going to control it in their own end. This will be played across. Now it's going to be Jones. He's going to cross his blue line and send it in from his side, but it was deflected in, so no icing. Here comes Ripley up the ice. It's given away, though. Here's a chance on Paychef, and he makes the save. So Hogarth and Skinner getting assists. Ripley just out-muscling the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks at every turn so far as they're getting every loose puck. They skate you into the ice. Winterhawks play it across. This is Sutter. He's going to bring it in across the line. Sutter shoots, deflected away by Hamilton. McKeag plays it in deep. It's going to be given away, though, to Ripley, and they're going to just bring it up the ice. Faulkner tipped it out. Jones has it now for Saugeen Shores. This will be played across to Hellier. Hellier gave it away. It's back into the Winterhawks zone. Up the boards, kept in by Ripley. Winterhawks trying to get this puck out. Big body check there, and it's out of the zone. This will be across to Fair. He'll shoot it in on Paychef. It'll be sent in, and it'll be played to the boards. Now it'll be played out. This one's going to go all the way down the ice, and it's an icing call against the Winterhawks, and we'll get a whistle. Face-off will come back in the Winterhawks zone. Ripley Wolves leading 2-0. Goals from Jordan Moulton on the power play and Keaton McLaughlin even strength to give the Wolves a 2-0 lead here with 5:26 to go in period 1. This puck is won back by the Winterhawks and they'll play it in their own end. Rob White off the glass end to the line and out. This is going to be picked up by Ripley at their own blue line. Alkenbrack plays it across, he'll get it back. He'll cross center, dump it into the Winterhawks zone. Paychef out to stop it, had it hop over his stick. Rob White battling in the corner for it. He'll play it up the boards to James McKegg. He'll play it across nicely, and they come up the ice. Froats to Johnstone. He couldn't get a shot away. Ripley gathers the puck in their own end, and they'll skate it to the line. On the boards there, and it'll be played in deep. Ripley has it, and they have an opportunity here. Here's a shot that's off a skate, and it'll be carried out by Saugeen Shores, and this is Hellier. Todd Hellier tried to make a move, had it stripped away, and here comes Ripley. 4-on-2 the other way. Visser sends it back. Oh! A break for Saugeen Shores there as that pass failed to connect. McDermott out there all by himself, and he can't get anywhere. Almost a big hit at the line there. Bizel almost got tagged by Mike Johnstone. Caleb Morrison out there for defense for Saugeen Shores with Nick Quaid. Bizel pressured there by Morrison. A couple former Bulldogs. This will be played out, and Johnstone has McLean going to the net. McLean, back in, save Hamilton! He picked that out of the air quickly, flashed the leather and kept it out, and it still remains 2-0. Big save from Jason Hamilton. 3:52 to go and a face-off in the Ripley zone. There haven't been a lot of those in the first. This one's won back, and Derek Skinner picks it up for Ripley. He's going to skate it to the line, kept it out, and now here's Satosik. Plays it in the middle. Here's a shot for Jared Calling, and Paychef able to keep that out. It's still loose. Now it's out. And will this have enough for icing? I don't think it's going to get there. Johnstone against Fair. Played it back and out of the harm's way, and it's going to be played out. Here's Fair again. He takes a massive body check from Justin Marlowe. Winterhawks have it in their own end. Look out. That's off the netting and out of play. Thank God that's there. That was headed right for me. .316 to go here in period number 1. 2-0 Ripley is the score. Nick Quaid going to leave it for Marlowe. He can't get the puck out. Now it's going to bound to the line and out, and here's Marlowe again. He's going to skate it across the line. Shot went off a body and into the corner. Marlowe again trying to battle for it. Ripley going to come up with the puck and play it out. Here they come up the ice. Into the middle to Skinner. He was pressured from behind, and they're going to call a penalty to Saugeen Shores here. And we're going to get a hook or a rough or, okay. I was going to call a slash, maybe a hook, something of that nature, but a rough, okay. I guess he checked him too heavily. I don't know. But anyway, Ripley back to the power play with a 2-0 lead here as the Winterhawks go back to the box with 2:48 to go. Penalty to Jones again. It's the second time in the penalty box this period. Ripley scoring the one and only time that they've been on the power play in this game. Britton at the line, keeps it in, plays it down to Skinner. Ethan Skinner shoots, try to go high glove, it's just out of play. I think that might have deflected off of Paychef, and it'll stay in the Saugeen Shores zone. Face off to the left of Paychef, he's been busy. 2:35 to go here in the first. Whoa, what a hit off the face off there. McKegg and Ethan Skinner, and Skinner looks to be all right. He went down in a heap off that face off. 2:20 now to go here in the first. 1:30 left in the power play for Ripley. They lead 2-0. Moulton up across, he's on to the backhand. Johnstone checking him, but he brings it back to the line to Britton. Britton plays it across to Faulkner. Faulkner shoots, save, Paycheff, rebound still there, and Paycheff's got it, and he's going to hang on. Wow, Ethan Skinner was through the cheese grater on that shift. Definitely earning his keep on that one. Face off here to the right of Paycheff. Both teams get a change. It's back to the line. This is going to be kept in by Ripley. Farrer throws it across. This is Swanton. He'll play it across. Ripley doing a good job to the outside. No shot yet. Swanton has it, number 3. That's Logan Swanton. Here's a shot just over the net of Paycheff, and it's going to be sent out by Saugeen Shores. They're going to get a change. Hamilton now leaves for Swanton. He'll quarterback on this power play for now, and he'll throw it across. Here's Hogarth. He'll bring it up the ice. Hogarth plays it in, and it'll be picked off by Freiberger. He'll send it right in on Hamilton. Down to 1:20 to go here in the first, and 30 seconds left in the power play. Off of Freiberger, and he's going to keep Ripley deep in their own end. But now it's going to be picked up, and Ripley's going to grab it here. In their own end, they're going to start this puck out. And Satosik kind of ran into his own man trying to get off. That was kind of funny. We're in the final minute here. Ripley leading 2-0, and they're on the power play for another 5 seconds. Alkenbrack plays it across. Man coming late. Shot, save, rebound out of the zone. We're going to get another whistle here for Ripley, and it's a hook. Oh, they're going to call that a rough too. Well, okay. I'm pretty good at my hockey knowledge. I've watched enough and I've played enough hockey to know what penalties are, and I've been wrong a lot. I can admit when I'm wrong, but at that point I was like, I don't know. And it's against Ripley. I thought it was against Saugeen Shores. That's interesting. Anyway, penalty to McLaughlin, who had the second goal for Ripley, and we'll play some 4-on-4 here. 4-on-4? That's weird. The penalty's off the board, so it's a power play for Saugeen Shores. That penalty must have just expired. Hellier at the line shot. It's deflected into the corner, and it'll be picked up by Ripley and sent out. Skinner after Hellier, and he gets it away. Skinner scores! Wow! From his knees to his feet to the top corner, Ethan Skinner makes it 3-0 with a short-handed goal. My goodness, that was highlight reel. I hope I got that. Ethan Skinner picks the pocket of Todd Hellier. He goes in and beats Eric Paycheff, high glove side. And for Skinner, that's goal number 12. And it's 3-0 Wolves here in the first at the Plex in Port Elgin. Wow. This will be sent out by the Wolves. And back to get it is Hellier with 8 seconds left in the period. Hellier is going to shoot it off the glass, and it'll go all the way into the Ripley zone, and that'll do it. So after 20 minutes of entertaining hockey, the Ripley Wolves capitalizing on their opportunities. They have one on the power play, one at even strength, one short-handed, and they lead 3-0 after 20. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play live at the Rio Raji 21. We'll be back for period 2 in a while. Stick around. Oh, welcome back in, everybody, to the Plex here in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you live at the Rio Raji 21. Great to be on the mic for this OEHL North Division contest between the first place Ripley Wolves and the third place Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. It was all Ripley Wolves in the first period, though, scoring three different ways: a power play goal, a shorthanded goal, and an even strength goal for the Ripley Wolves tonight, and they have built a 3-0 lead here as we get ready to start period number 2. Like I say, Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you. Great to be here. Goal scorers in the game. Starting us off, number 27, Jordan Moulton. Keaton McLaughlin got goal number 2, and then it was Ethan Skinner shorthanded with the third Ripley goal, and that's where we stand as we enter play here in period 2. Saugeen Shores on the power play to start, and boy, do they need one, as trying to put that puck in was Brent McDermott, but it went off his skate and he couldn't get it deep. Now Saugeen Shores has to regroup in the neutral zone as McLean grabs it and fires it into the Ripley zone. McDermott picks it up, tries to backhand it. It's picked off though by Ripley, and now they're going to send it out. Fegan couldn't find that puck, and it was sent all the way down the ice. Paychev is going to leave it there. 35 seconds left in the penalty to McLaughlin. McDermott, he took a little bit of an awkward collision there, but he looks to be okay. Here comes Fegan. He goes wide on the backhand. In behind the Ripley net. Back to the line. This is Fraz. Puts it across to Fegan. No shot. Fraz picks it up. Plays it across. Hellier in the middle. It doesn't reach the net. A little too fancy on the passes as the shot doesn't reach Hamilton. Hellier again across to Fegan. Fegan will shoot. Easy glove save for Hamilton, and he hangs on. Power play over. $4-0 Canada leads Slovakia in the World Juniors. Finland defeating the United States 4-3 in overtime earlier in the day, as that one's fired off of Hamilton's blocker and it'll go out of play. Elsewhere, we can tell you that the Tavistock Royals lead the Tillsonburg Thunder 2-0 on the out-of-town scoreboard for the OEHL tonight. That's in the South Division. Tillsonburg at 5-10, Tavistock at 7-6. As this puck is played into the corner, we're even strength here in the second period. Ripley in the visiting whites. Saugeen Shores in the navy blues, and this puck is into the neutral zone. Here comes Skinner. Ethan Skinner in across the line. He gets checked by Jones and deflected off the puck, and it's to the line. Here's a shot, deflected, save! How did that stay out? Boy, that was close. Ripley almost bagging another one, as Paychev had no idea where that puck was when it was by his ankles. Here's a shot from the line, doesn't reach Paychev. Still loose, no shot, and it's going to come out of the zone. A little bit of luck there for the Winterhawks, as it could have easily been 4-0 for the Wolves. This will be played out by Swanton. He'll throw it across. Here and across the line is McLaughlin. He'll send it in. It goes into the corner. This will be played out. Here's McDermott. He has a man going to the net. McDermott shoots wide on the glove side, and it bounds all the way out of the zone. Hellier had it stripped away. Look out. Here comes Ripley. This is Faulkner. Shot wide, blocker side. Looks like he hasn't missed a beat in that Ripley uniform. This one's played to the blue line and out. Froats. He plays it into the middle to Fraz. He brings it in across the line. Fraz plays it in deep to Froats. Just out of his reach, though. Ripley able to gain control, and they've got it now in behind the net. This will be played across. Good pass there and out of the reach of Cervais, but it hit the linesman. Now Waite will throw it across. That's Austin Waite, number 6. Into the middle. Here's a shot, and Britton was kind of falling as he shot that. It was like a fadeaway in basketball. Stopped by Eric Paychev. He'll send it down. And we have enough for icing on Saugeen Shores. I did inquire as to whether or not Saugeen Shores would pull the trigger and put in Clayton Fritsch to start this second period. But with him starting tomorrow on the road in Durham, they're trying to save Clayton Fritsch for that matchup, as they would ideally like Fritsch for the matchup against Durham. As this puck is stripped, Ripley trying to maintain it in the zone, but now they have it in the neutral area. This will be back into the Ripley zone, and now it's going to be Derek Skinner. Skinner plays it ahead. This is Jordan Bizel. He'll throw it off the boards. This is going to be picked up by Ripley, and they're going to bring it in across the line. Here's a shot on Paychef. He makes the save. Hellier boarded in. It'll be picked up, though, by the Winterhawks, and they'll bring this puck out. Rob White trying to reach it. Can't. Derek Skinner, taking a hit from McKegg, and it's in deep to the Winterhawk zone. They battle for it in the corner. Ripley going to gain control of the puck, though. That was Tyson Sewers, as one of the Winterhawks loses a glove. And the Winterhawks are going to try and get this puck to the line. They can't get it out. Kept in by Ripley. They keep the pressure on. Here's a shot from the half boards, and it just goes wide. McKegg trying to desperately to get this puck out, and does finally. This will be all the way back into the Ripley zone, and back to get it is number 11, Dan Nikolov. He'll leave it there, and he'll take his place in forward. This will be played across to Derek Skinner. He'll shoot it into the Winterhawk zone. Ripley going in after it. Nikolov in the corner. Battles with Fegan. Picked up there, and now it's Fegan again with it. He's got Miles McLean with him. And across the line, Fegan goes wide. Couldn't get a shot off as he gets pinned to the backboards. Ripley doing a nice job defensively. Now it'll be played across. Nikolov, been out there a long time. He'll shoot it in. It'll be played by Saugeen Shores as they're going to get this puck out, and they have numbers. Here's Johnstone. He has Fegan and McLean. Johnstone, what a save from Hamilton. That glove is on fire. Mike Johnstone elects to shoot on the 2, potentially 3-on-1, and Jason Hamilton with another save as he holds it for a face-off. Goal scorers in the game out of town, number 14, Drew Girth, and number 16, Sean Leslie for Tavistock. Here's a shot. That's deflected just wide. Manages to stay out. It's going to come to the boards and out. This will be back in for Caleb Morrison, who'll throw it across. Hogarth going to pick it up, though, and here's a chance for Skinner! Saved by Paychef. That's a big stop. Ethan Skinner allowed to walk right in on him. Try to go low blocker, and Paychef, big save. Here comes Freiberger up the ice. He has Marlowe. Can't get it there. Good defensive play by Ripley. And this will be in the neutral zone. Ripley's going to grab it and fire it into the Winterhawk zone. Back to get it is Herb. Shot! Hogarth had him lined up but didn't get the shot. Check. There's a big block by Herb shot, and here comes the Winterhawks the other way. This is Marlowe. He'll shoot it into the corner. Freiberger after it. Can't get there, though, and Ripley's going to fire this puck out. Back to get it is Hellier. He'll throw it across. This will be played ahead to Freiberger. He'll throw it in. He'll go to the bench for a change. 13:25 to go here in the second period. We're 3-0 Ripley. This will be played ahead. Wolves have it in the neutral zone, but it'll be the Winterhawks intercepting and throwing it into the Ripley zone. Fraz after it. He gets boarded in. Puck is going to be played by Ripley, though, and Derek Skinner's got it. He'll throw it to Britton. Cody Britton, number 88, playing it up. This is Faulkner. Had to go off of his stick, and now it's Carter Surveys. And it's an offside call for Ripley at the Winterhawks blue line. And it'll be whistled down. Face-off won by the Winterhawks. Herb shot. Plays it across. This is Jones into the middle to Sutter. He lost control of the puck. Now it's Britton. He's got a break. Britton, went wide on the block on the glove side with a massive head full of steam. Couldn't finish. This will be shot in on Hamilton, and he'll do the smart thing and hold on. Boy, What a defensive miscue that was for Saugeen Shores, but it didn't come back to haunt him. Face off here in the Ripley zone to the left-hand side of Hamilton. Winterhawks able to gain control off the face-off as it's sent in behind the net. Hamilton out to play it away. He'll get it to Faulkner. He'll turn and fire it across to Britton. Britton into the middle. This is Surveys. Hellier went down. That was kind of weird. Ripley managing to gain control in the zone as Swanton keeps it in. It'll be boarded in on the Winterhawks side of things and it'll be played out. Back in the zone is Ripley to get it. 12 minutes to go here in the second period. 3-0 Ripley leads. This will be carried to the line and out of the zone. Across to Jordan Bizel, who couldn't get it. Now to be played into the neutral zone, and here comes Miles McLean. He has a man on the far side. Shot by Johnstone. Save Hamilton. What a pass there, but Mike Johnstone couldn't capitalize on that as Jason Hamilton got across to deny him. This puck is now Ripley's as they bring it up the ice. Sent across out of the reach of Visser as we get a pushing match between Alkenbrack and Hellier, and this will be brought up the ice by Freiberger. What a hit! Stepping up was Visser, and what a body check on Freiberger. You felt that up here. What a hit. Marlowe into the middle, intercepted. Here's a chance, just wide blocker side. Tyson Soares on the shot there, just went wide blocker side. Ripley with all the pressure here. This is down low to Satosik. Puts it in the middle. It was out of the reach of Jared Calling. Where's number 15? Moulton got us scoring underway a little bit earlier. Now it's Austin Waite. Puts it across to Moulton. They switch spots. Moulton continues to carry. Takes it in behind the net. Trying to find a man to pass it to. Gets it back to Waite at the line. Waite shoots. Just wide. And Paychev says enough of that. And we'll get a whistle. 10:25 to go now here in the second. It's been all Ripley. 3-0 they lead. Face off here, controlled by the Wolves. They're going to go into the corner after it. Stays in the corner, and Morrison took his man down with a hefty whack of lumber there and gets away with one. McDermott going to get the Sorry, folks, not really sure what happened there, but looks like we're back now. Kind of lost feed there. That was weird. This is back. There's a shot just wide, and yeah, I lost feed, and all of a sudden I just muted out. That was weird. Oh well, we got it back. Ripley able to keep this puck in. They control it at the blue line. It's Alkenbrack. Centering pass, no shot yet. There's one, and it's off the stick of Fitzsimmons, who goes up the ice, but he can't get in on Hamilton. Here they come the other way. Ripley sends it across. McLaughlin, what a pass! And Paychev got a piece. Boy, what a setup there for Ripley. Alkenbrack at the line, keeps it in. What a chance for the Wolves there as that puck is sent out. And back into the Ripley end they come. Austin Waite plays it across. Boy, what a golden opportunity that was for Ripley, and they just failed to connect on that. This will be picked up by the captain, Miles McLean. He has Fegan, who has Johnstone. Johnstone! Oh. And a save from Hamilton. In doing so, when he gets across, he pushes the net off, and it's another golden chance for number 11, but he just can't put one by Hamilton. He's got his number. Ripley's going to send this puck out as Rob White plays it across. Good pass there to Fegan. And across the line he comes, makes a move. Shot just wide, glove hand side, nets off again and behind Hamilton. And we get another whistle. This line has been dangerous at times, but they just cannot solve the goaltender for Ripley. 8:21 to go here in period number 2. Ripley continues to lead 3-1. Ripley's got it in behind their own net. It's played up the boards. This is Hellier. He plays it across to White. White fires it into the middle to Johnstone. Gets across center, plays it into Miles McLean. He couldn't get it. This will be sent all the way around, and it's going to come out. And does it have enough for icing? Yes, it does. Ripley Wolves ice the puck. It's back into the Ripley zone. Tough sledding for the Winterhawks here tonight.
Just get one here. Get one here, we get a good result.
7:58 to go here in period 2.
Good response in the second.
Good save, Hamilton. He's flashed that leather a few times here tonight already, and he looks dialed in, and that's a scary thing for the Winterhawks. That shot from Spencer Sutter off the one faceoff. I think Sutter was the one who shot that. Either way, good save there from Hamilton as the Winterhawks now try and get another good shift here as Hellier has it in the corner. He switches spots with Keegan Angel at the line. Angel shoots, save Hamilton, and it's to the corner. Bizell plays it ahead, it's to the line. Now it's going to come out for Ripley. Freiberger had it stripped away, but it raced to Hellier, who plays it ahead. It's given away, and here comes Sewers. Across the line, they're offside by a hair, much to the dismay of every Ripley fan. That was close.
They all can't see.
When you have 600 referees in the crowd, none of them named Will Farrell. Did you see that? That was really funny. What was that, at the LA Kings game? Yeah. Hey, they're playing outdoors in Florida. Fantastic. Hockey and bikinis. Outstanding combination. That's right, yes. But quite a setup, though, in that Minute Maid Park. That was cool. This will be played ahead, and now it'll be Ripley. They have an odd man rush coming in across the line again. There's a shot fanned on by Visser. Now it's back to Derek Skinner at the line. Across. Another chance. Paycheff save. It's still loose, and it's kept off the goal line. Brent McDermott, I believe, put that off the goal line. As this puck is out. What a chance for Ripley again. As Fraz and Nikolov come together there. Winterhawks trying to get something going, but it's been all Ripley. McDermott trying to get him behind the D, and he just missed that pass. He was home free. Almost too many men at the Winterhawk bench there. Back and forth they go here in this second. Kind of not a great centering pass there as it stays in the Winterhawk zone. Nikolov tried to get the shot away. James McKegg, good play defensively. This will be in deep. Paycheff had to go off the end boards and had to follow that. Tried to bank it in, but stays out. McKegg turns, fires it out. Back to get his Swanton. He'll throw it across to Alkenbracht. He'll play it ahead. Satosik lost it. Here comes Sutter. And across the line, he has another chance here. Put it off the skate. Ripley's going to get this puck out. Nikolov going after it. He gets thwarted by Nick Quaid, and it's sent in. Winterhawks have it. McKegg will bring it ahead. Dump it into the Ripley zone. Sutter. He's bodied off the puck, and Ethan Skinner has it. He'll play it across. Here's McLaughlin with speed. Goes to the outside. To the backhand. It's stopped by Paychef. Good save. McLaughlin and Morrison battle in the corner. Back to the line. Here's another chance. Shot. Save. Rebound. It was there. And another battle won by Ripley. Puck still in the Winterhawks zone. Austin Wade at the line. Plays it to McLaughlin, who shot. It was off Paychef and just wide. Now to be played to the line and out. Holy. Ripley, no joke. Here's a giveaway. Glove save again from Hamilton. My goodness. Maybe they should go blocker. Just a thought. Another save from Hamilton as he keeps that one out on Fitzsimmons. I think who got that shot away, and this faceoff going to come up in the Ripley zone. 4:45 to go here in the second period. Ripley continuing to lead 3-0. Jason Hamilton's been dialed in. He's been busy in the second period, but he's been a brick wall in the Ripley net. Face off won by Ripley. They have control of it in their own end. It'll be played around the boards, kept in by Erbshot. Now it's Fegan on the backhand. McLean! Oh, he blasted it. He went glove again, just missed. Here they come out of the zone. Britton has a step. In off Erbshot, and he draws a penalty on Erbshot. And it'll be played out of the zone. Ripley's going to gain control here, and they have the extra man that's going to be on here in a second for this delayed penalty. It's another Saugeen Shores penalty. And that was hit. That was touched by Saugeen Shores, but it's still Ripley's puck. Paychef save, and now it'll be blown dead. We get a slashing or a hook. There it is. Hooking is the call. So Ripley back to the power play here, leading 3-0. Josh Erbshot with the penalty for hooking. Out of town scoreboard. Tavistock now leads 3-0 over Tilsonburg at the Tavistock and District Recreation Center. Puck is now in deep. It'll be played off the boards, around and out. Britton can't keep it in. Latest goal there scored by number 17, Devin Kropp. And it gives the Royals a 3-0 lead over the Thunder on home ice. In the only other OEHL game going on this evening, that in the South Division. Played over to Britton. He's got room, shoots. Tried to go blocker, and it just missed. I think it might have hit his stick on the way through. Britton again, plays it across. Britton again, gets it at the line, shoots! Saved by Paychef through traffic. 3:10 now to go. Big battle in front of the Winterhawk net. Back to the line. Moulton throws it down low to Faulkner. That one hit Paychef in the helmet, I think, but he kept it out. Ripley with tons of pressure on this power play. Moulton again. Leaves. Skinner. Back to Moulton. Scores! There it is. Carter surveys. Number 19 taps it in from the crease top. And that makes their score 4-0 Ripley, as they finally get one past Paychef, as they've had pressure this entire period. And it's another power play goal. This time number 19, Carter surveys with his 9th of the season, makes it 4-0 here at the Plex. McDermott back into his own zone. Rob White plays it ahead. It's tipped into the Ripley zone. So 2:28 to go, and it's 4-0 Ripley. Ripley again with a chance. That's stopped by Eric Paychef, and it'll hang on. 2:15 to go now here in the in the second period. Tavistock has since scored again. Trevor Sauter this time scoring for Tavistock to put them up 4-0. So Tilsonburg with a big mountain to climb in that one, as I believe they're playing in the second period in Tavistock. This is going to be Hellier skating it out of his own end. He'll get across center and into the Ripley end. Tried to take a shot, couldn't. Fegan now with it. Tried to put it toward the net. Bounds into the corner. Hellier plays it to Johnstone. Johnstone back to the line to McLean. Tried a shot. It was blocked easily by Ripley. They're going to just skate this to center and dump it in. And trying to catch the Ripley Wolves napping. Here's Fegan. Ripley able. Oh! Yeah. They almost caught him, but Ripley able to get everybody back in time. Boy, what a change. You could hear that from up here. Everybody shouting, I think on the Winterhawks side of things, to get that puck up quickly. 1:27 to go. Offensive zone faceoff here for the Winterhawks. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you at the Rio Raji 21. Great to have you with me tonight. This one's across to Dan Nikolov. Has a man going to the net. Centering pass not there. Just failed to connect. Johnstone with the check along the boards. Fegan going to try and get this puck out. He gets dumped by Derek Skinner. Picked up by Jared Calling. He'll play it across to Garrett Satosik. I know that one from before. This will be played back to the line to Derek Skinner. He'll play it toward the net. It's deflected right in on Paychef, and he's going to hang on. Good tip in front. 53.5 now to go here in period 2. Ripley Wolves leading 4-0. And again, a lot of hockey still to be played in the entire third period, but Jason Hamilton pretty dialed in the Ripley net. This will be won back by the Winterhawks, and they're going to skate it into the middle. Played across to Marlowe. Marlowe's going to fire it into the Ripley zone. Hamilton out to play it. Gave it away, but no shot. Quaid in deep, trying to get it to Keegan Angel. Angel lost it, though. Ripley going to get it to the line. Morrison keeps it in, shot wide. 30 left. Angel, big body check into the Ripley boards, and this is going to come out into the neutral zone. Morrison plays it back in. From his side of center, is it going to be icing? Yes. And we'll get a face-off. This one will come all the way back into the Winterhawk zone. 19.1 to go. Four different goal scorers for the Ripley Wolves in this one so far. In every facet of the way. 2 power play goals, a shorthanded goal, and an even strength goal. As Cervais plays it back. Cross center they come. Ripley still has control of it. They'll just play it back in their own end. And the final few seconds as Moulton picks it up, and that will do it. After 40, it's 4-0 Ripley as they lead it over the Winterhawks here at the Plex in Port Elgin. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play with you live at the Rio Raji 21. Great to have you along. Thanks for tuning in so far. And after this intermission, we'll be back for period number 3. Thank you, like I say, for watching. Really do appreciate it. And all the comments and support. Much, much, much appreciated. Big game here at the Plex between the top seed Ripley Wolves in the north and the third place Winterhawks. Ripley leads 4-0. All right, welcome back in, everybody. We're at the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Tonight's OEHL North Division contest between the first place Ripley Wolves and the third place Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. It's been all Ripley in this one, though. They lead it 4-0 as we head to the third. Jason Hamilton's been pretty unreal for the Ripley Wolves in this game so far. As we enter into the final frame, barring a Saugeen Shores miracle here. As we get underway, as Johnstone tips this puck in, and the Winterhawks will go in after it. As we played up the boards, Britton's got it. Been pretty quiet, Cody Britton, without Garrett Mears, a lot less noticeable, and as he gives this puck away, and here comes Fegan. And across the line, leaves Johnstone, tries a shot, it's deflected into the corner. McLean's got it now. McLean back to the line. Hellier, or Rob White, he lost the puck though, and now here come the Wolves up the ice. Sent across, looking for Faulkner, out of his reach. Winterhawks do get this puck out. Sent to the line, and now it's Hellier. Hellier waiting for reinforcements. Plays it over to White. White plays it up the boards to the Ripley blue line. It's played over to Dawson Fair, number 24. He'll reach center and dump it in. But he played around out of the reach as Nikolov picks this puck off. And he'll fire it in on Paychev, who makes the save. McDermott turns and fires it into the neutral zone. Alkenbrack puts it back into his own end. This will be tipped, went off of a body at the bench, and it'll be whistled down. And I believe the faceoff is going to be right outside the Saugeen Shores blue line. Yeah, Canada leading 7-0 over Slovakia in the semifinals or quarterfinals? Quarterfinals of the World Juniors. Tavistock leading Tilsonburg 6-0 as they are through 40. Oh, look out! Jeez. Panic at the disco for Eric Paychev. My goodness, that happened quick. Kind of like a car wreck. Or a deer coming out on you. I've had that happen twice, it sucks. Last second, you can't, like all you can do is brace for it. That's it. If you swerve, you're actually doing yourself a bigger disservice. That's crazy. Crazy logic. But anyway, face off here in the Winterhawk zone as Eric Paychev is okay after the net came crashing down around him. As Keegan Angel picks this up at center and dumps it into the Ripley zone. Saugeen Shores will go in after it. Jones with the hit. Back to the line to Keegan Angel, and he'll fire it into the corner. Marlowe leaves for Freiberger, trying to generate some offense here as this line. Marlowe into the corner after it. He gets it stripped away, though. Ripley's going to play this to the line and out. Jones now. He's going to come back in around the net to pick this puck up, and he'll play it off the boards and out of the zone. Back is Jordan Moulton with it now. He got us started in the first period with a power play goal. Now it's across to Austin Wade. He takes a check from Sutter. It's deep in the Winterhawk zone. This will be played, and here's James McKegg into the corner, goes wide, shot, scores! What a blast! Holy! Hey, man, what a shot from number 14, James McKegg, holy! And the shutout bid for Hamilton is gone. Winterhawks on the board, it's 4-1. What a blast, holy. What a shot. That was about this much room. My goodness, what a shot. This is over to Nick Quaid. He's going to pick it up and play it over. Mike Johnstone trying to send this puck in. Now he does. Here's Hamilton leaving it there for Derek Skinner. He'll throw it around. Number 19, Nick Quaid has it in behind his net. He'll start out of his own end. Up to Johnstone, who plays it across. Nobody home there, as Johnstone has to pick it up again. He's got it near his blue line. Whoa, look out, Fegan. Dipsy Doodles can't get into the net, though. He tried to make a move to get to the net and couldn't. Quaid keeps it in at the line. Lost stick of Ethan Skinner. Backhand toward the net. Centering pass, and that one's going to be played away by Ripley. Miles McLean keeps it in, though. Shot, oh, look out! Here's a chance for Hogarth. He's got a break. Stop by Paychef. That's a big stop. Here's another chance, though, for Ripley. Surveys. He has a goal in the game. It'll be played around and hops into the middle off of a weird hop off the glass there. What a hit! As Hellier was bracing himself for a hit and gave one of his own. Big body check there from number 4. Rob White plays it back. He's going to get this puck back in his own end. He'll play it ahead. Now to be Froats across the Fraz. Eddie Fraz shoots off a skate into the netting, out of play. 15:36 to go. Winterhawks on the board. James McKegg scoring his first goal of the season. Big 50-50 here tonight. It's a great crowd on hand at the Plex. Very snowy Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada, as it's been for the last 6 days. Just started snowing right after about Boxing Day, and it hasn't stopped. This one's played ahead. White's going to throw it off the boards, and it's back into the Ripley zone. Alcombrack plays it all the way down, and it's going to be an icing call against Ripley, and the face-off will come back into the Ripley zone. (15:17 to go). Face off in the Ripley zone. Winterhawks trailing 4-1. This will be played ahead, and Ripley's going to skate this puck out. Surveys, plays it across to Britton. He'll shot off a stick into the netting, out of play. Approaching the 5-minute mark of period 3. Ripley leading by 3. Face off here to the right of Paychef. One back. There's a shot just wide. Whipped in off of Dan Nikolov's stick, just wide. It's kept into the Winterhawks zone. They play it around the boards. Marlowe, he broke his stick and went off on a change. No one was coming on for him. Sent across, and McKaig comes back off the bench, and great defensive play. This puck is out of the zone. Boy, that could have been brutal for the Winterhawks there. Marlowe's just frustrated because his stick broke, but he just whipped his stick into the bench and almost hit a coach in behind the bench. Big check there and behind the bench, or behind the net. Here's a blast from the line just wide, and boy, that was awkward as Jared Calling went down awkwardly. Now it's going to be played up the boards and out as Logan Freiberger tried to get there, but he couldn't. Now he's going to go to the bench. Approaching the 6-minute mark of the third period. 4-1 Ripley continue to lead. McKaig has the Winterhawks on the board here in the third with a wicked snipe. Ripley up the ice and across the line they come. Pressure there, but Ripley maintaining control. Now it's up the boards, and here they come. McKaig up the ice, tries to get to the center. Sutter picks that off, couldn't get it toward the net. Now here comes Ripley the other way with numbers. They're up the ice and into the Winterhawks zone. Pass across, shot save, rebound out of the reach. Paychef stopped that first one though. And now it's going to be Dawson Fair playing it in deep. He takes a hit. Comes around into the corner. Play by the Winterhawks, almost giving it away, but now it's going to be played at the line. Here's a shot just deflected wide. Ripley putting some pressure on as they keep it deep in the Winterhawks zone. Back to the line of Fair, shoots, deflected just wide, glove hand side. Good play there, Ripley keeps it in. Again, putting tremendous pressure on the Winterhawks here, leading by 3. Battle in the corner boards as Ripley tries to gain control of the puck, and now it's up to the line, kept in nicely by Fair at the line. Shot there, glove saved by Paychef, and he hangs on. .12:38 now to go here in the third. And Ripley continuing to lead here. For me at the Rio Raji 21, if you want to listen live and stream live on YouTube, tomorrow I'll be in Thornbury for the Georgian Bay Apple Kings and Creemore Coyotes. That gets underway at 5:30. Slew of games tomorrow. This puck is played ahead and all the way into the Winterhawks zone. I believe it's 4 games in the north, 3 in the south. As Quaid picks it up in his own end, plays it ahead. Johnstone tipped it into the middle to McLean, who fires it in. They'll go in after it. Hamilton out to play it away. Up the wall, intercepted though, and now Ripley has it, and they'll play it across. Shooting it in was Hogarth, and Paychef out to get it. This will be sent toward the net. It's bounced into the corner, and it'll be played up to Johnstone. Leaves it for McLean. McLean couldn't get into the Ripley end, and it's fired right back out. Quaid back to get in his own end, throws it to nobody. Britton's got it for Ripley. He'll skate across center, take it into the Winterhawks zone. Goes wide, shoots, save Paychef, and he's going to hang on. Cody Britton, nice dash of speed there. Won by the Ripley Wolves there as it's sent in. This will be played by Hellier as he's going to skate it across center. Plays it over to Froats. Goes to the net. He'll go in behind it now. Tried to center. It was intercepted though by Ripley. McDermott there in support. Hellier has a man in front. Couldn't get it there. Still has the puck in the corner. They battle for it, and Britton's going to come after it and get it to the line and out. Good play there by Faulkner to get that puck out. Now it'll be played ahead to McDermott. In across the line. Tries to go to the middle. Backhand pass. Nobody home. Keegan Angel off the bench. Backhands it toward the net. Centering here, and Ripley picks that off. And right onto the tape of Dan Nikolov. Shoots wide, blocker side. Little alley-oop pass there. Big body check there as Marlowe and his man collided. Paychef with the save. Another big check. Bodies continuing to fly. Here's a shot. Save. Paychef rebound. Just wide. Ripley with tons of pressure here on this possession. Back to the line. Kept in. Played across. Dawson Fair. Shoots. Glove save. Paychef. He'll hang on. .10 to go here in the third period. Ripley Wolves continuing to lead 4-1 as we play here in the third. Ripley 11-2 on the season. Saugeen Shores 9-4-2. Ripley looking to put some distance between them and second place Elmvale, who they currently lead by 1 point, but they have 2 games in hand. Alkenbrack across! Moulton fired. Stopped by Paychef. It's out of the zone. Moulton takes a check on the boards, but keeps possession, and Alkenbrack throws it into the Winterhawks zone. Paychef going to glove it. Can of corn, and it'll hang on. That's a baseball reference. .7 Tavistock leads Tilsonburg. They're in the third period. Latest goal from number 15, Matt Zilke. So Tavistock looking well on their way to their 8th win of the season. They'd be 8-6. Tilsonburg would fall to 5-11. That shot just wide, glove hand side. It'll be picked up by Saugeen Shores, and they're going to play this out. Johnstone took a wicked hit from Bizel, who was hunting for another one, and now it's in the neutral zone. He's going to play it across. And Johnstone with a big hit on Visser, who slashed him in response. And where's the penalty now? Who's it on? And they're going to call Johnstone for the cross-check, not Visser for the slash. Visser's going to the box anyway. He thinks he's getting a penalty. Or maybe they're calling both. I thought they were only going to get one, to be honest. So one for slash, one for cross-check. We'll play some 4-on-4. 9:25 to go here in the third. And actually, sorry, it's going to remain 5-on-5 coincidental penalties. So 5-on-5 coincidental minors with 9:18 to go here in the third. This will be sent out. Not really sure why Nick Quaid did that. It's not a penalty or power play. And that's an icing call against the Winterhawks. I'm thinking he probably thought that they were on a penalty kill because, well, they've been most of the night. So it'll be one back, and Bogar shoots, and that's a save by Paychef, and he's going to hang on. So as mentioned, the Winterhawks take it on the road tomorrow. 7:30 is the start time in Durham at the Durham Community Center. Durham Thundercats 9-2. They've only played 11 times, but they will play twice this weekend. Again, home tomorrow against Saugeen Shores, and then on Sunday they're supposed to travel to Creemore to take on the Coyotes at 1:30. Here's a chance, and Paychef makes the save, and he's gonna, the net's off in behind him, and it'll be whistled down. Yeah, as far as the Ripley Wolves go, they are on the road tomorrow. They travel to Palmerston to take on the Minto 81s, who've also played 11 times. But that game gets underway at 5 o'clock at the Palmerston and District Recreation Center. Or excuse me, Palmerston and District Community Center Complex. I apologize. This one's ahead of McDermott. He's in across the line, takes a check. He'll go down as the puck comes away from him, and now here comes Ripley up the ice. And across the line. Britton goes wide. Quaid takes it off of him. He'll skate it to the corner, trying to come out of the zone, and does. Plays it across. What a pass! McDermott shoots, save Hamilton, as McDermott wasn't able to get that close to the goaltender for a good shot. Had to put that one out from farther out than he probably wanted to. But a decent save by Jason Hamilton, and he'll hang on. The one blip in Jason Hamilton's night was a seeing eye blast from James McKaig, who scored his first of the season, beating him high blocker in, well, about a fraction of space. And that's the only blemish on the resume for Jason Hamilton tonight. Chad Jones plays it across to Erbshot. Erbshot going to play it ahead, and Angel dumps it in. Ripley going to gain control on their own end. Good play by Cervais to get away. He'll play it across to J.D. Faulkner. Faulkner into the middle to Britton. Britton, no shot yet. That goes off of a body, a verb shot into the corner. Now it's Freiberger up the ice, can't get the puck out. Marlowe does, but they can't get away. Fair plays it across, Faulkner. Jones had him lined up, but he eased up last second.
If he hits anybody, he takes a penalty.
Fair enough. Well, can understand that logic. This is ahead. McKaig blasts it off of Fair and into the corner. Sends it across. Jones couldn't get a shot. It was blocked again. And this time it's Moulton who brings it out all across. Dan Nikolov was in behind everybody. No icing. And here comes Hellier up the ice. He'll cross center. Try and take it. And he had Fitzsimmons there with him, I believe, and couldn't get there. And behind the net now is Jared Calling. He gets taken in by Fegan. Now to be played around. Alkenbrack shoots it into the corner. Ripley controlling the play for the most part. They've done a nice job on the cycles. They're able to get to loose pucks first on most occasions. They battle for it in the corner, and now it'll be played away. Fegan's going to knock it down, but he can't get in deep. And back to get it is Alkenbrack. 6:12 to go here in the third. Ripley continuing to lead 4-1. This will be played across. This is Tyson Sewers. He blasted in on Paychef. Good save. That one stays out. Here they come the other way. This is Ethan Froats. He had it stripped away and out of the zone. Quaid. He'll fire it ahead. Froats had it stripped away from by Derek Skinner. Winterhawks gain control. This is ahead to McDermott. He lost control of the puck. And now it's Erbshot. Plays it across to Quaid. Quaid almost lost it there, and now it's back for Ethan Skinner. Played across. Soares. Good pass there to Ethan Skinner, but it went off his stick, or skating into the zone. Centering pass. Winterhawks trying to get this puck out, can't. Quaid's going to pick it up in behind his own net. He takes a check from Skinner. There's a shot on Paychef. He makes the save, and he'll hang on with McLaughlin on the crease. Down to 5:05 to go here in the third. Ripley continues to lead. This one will be played into the neutral zone and back into the Ripley end. This will be played up into the neutral zone. It'll be picked off by Ripley, and they're going to put it in the middle. Skinner, good back check there by Josh Erbshot to negate that scoring chance. This will be played up again. Ripley going to fire it across. This is Hogarth. He'll fire it in deep. Ripley will go in after it. Keegan Angel takes his man down. It's into the corner. Moulton picks it up, plays it across. Here's a shot from the line. Doesn't reach Paychef. It's way up in the air. It'll be gloved to the line and out. Marlowe after it. Can't get there. He might have been free and clear if he would have. Moulton shoots. Save Paychef. Just going to hang on to that. 4:12 now to go. .412 to go here in the third. Andrew Rodgers on the play-by-play live at the Rio Roger 21. Paychef had that go just wide. Centering pass picked up by Miles McLean. Over to Todd Hellier, who plays it to Mike Johnstone. Hellier has a man. He had McLean going to the net, but elected to shoot. Deflected up over the netting and out of play. Yeah, the next home game for the Winterhawks is Friday, January 9th in Southampton against the Lucknow Lancers. So, remember, Southampton, not Port Elgin for that one. Mike Johnstone into the middle, had McLean, it was past him. Hellier puts it into McLean. Centering pass out of the reach of everyone, and this was all the way back in the Winterhawks zone. Yeah, the last technical home game of the season is next Friday when the Winterhawks welcome in the Lucknow Lancers to the Southampton Coliseum. It's an 8:30 start as this one's played to Johnstone. Played a lot of minutes here tonight, been relied on pretty heavily on this top line for Saugeen Shores amidst the injuries. As this one's going to come to Jared Calling. Calling turns, he'll bring it up the ice. They have three. Ripley into the middle now. Here's a chance. Shot, save, rebound, just wide. To be picked up by Saugeen Shores. They're going to play it ahead. Now it's McKeag into the middle of Spencer Sutter. Sutter couldn't get a shot. Here's a rebound. Chance there for Fitzsimmons. Went off a body and just wide. Centering pass doesn't reach the net of Hamilton as it fight for it in behind the net. 2:45 now to go here in the third period. Winterhawks with control in the corner. They battle for it along the boards. Referee in position there, but he doesn't blow the whistle. Now it's given away, and Ripley's going to skate it out. Jared Calling sends it in. He'll just peel to the bench for a change. Yeah, but a frustrating night for the Winterhawks all around as Ripley has just continued to skate them into the ground. And they, like I say, have a 4-1 lead here with 2:11 to go in the third. This will be given away centering on the side of the net there for the Winterhawks as Andy Fraz picks that up back to Jones. Jones throws it across the Herb shot. Shoots. Hit a body, this time one of his own. Good save, Hamilton there as that turnaround shot hit his pad, and it'll be sent out by the Wolves. Jones back to get it, throws it across. This is Herb shot. Plays it into the middle of the Fraz. Fraz with a move. Comes north. Gives it to Froats. He sends it in. Played around by Hamilton. It's going to be kept in by Quaid. McDermott. 1:30 to go here in the third. Played in behind the net. Froats. To McDermott. Centers. That took a hop and ended up over everyone. Here's a shot. That's wide on the glove side. 1:14 now to play. McDermott trying to center. Can't. They fight for it in the corner. It's going to be picked up by Ripley. This is going to be Besser, and he'll just fire it into the Winterhawk zone. Peel to the bench for a change. Final minute here in the third. Ripley leading 4-1. Quaid throws it ahead. Covered a few Winterhawks games this year, hoping to get one more on the road potentially for their game in Palmerston on Sunday, January the 18th. Going to try and see if I can't work that out, but for now, until playoffs anyway, it could be the last Winterhawks game I do this year. 32 seconds to go here in the third. With the win, Ripley going to improve to 12-2 and increase their lead in the north to 3 points over Elmvale, while the Winterhawks will fall to 9-5-2. That shot off a shin pad. Down to 13 to go as this one's off the glass. Going to be picked up by Dawson Fair, who brings it in across the line. Fair into the middle. To be thrown back by the Winterhawks. And that will do it as Ripley's going to eat it. And that will do it here. Jason Hamilton, the winning goaltender for Ripley, 7-1-0 on the season now for Jason Hamilton. Taking the loss, his first regulation loss of the season is Eric Pachev. He is now 3-1-1. Saugeen Shores falling to 9-5-2 on the season with the loss. Ripley improves to 12-2. They lead the North Division by 3 points now in the North standings. That's a final from the Plex. Ripley wins 4-1. Next in action for me tomorrow, 5:30 start time between the Georgia Bay Apple Kings and Creemore Coyotes at the Beaver Valley Community Center and Arena in Thornbury, Ontario, Canada. If you guys want to stream that game, it'll be available live at the Rio Raji 21. We'll see you guys.